Thursday. I love it. That is the proper energy. It just feels like, we came off work and we got here. We found parking and we came into a building and we're like, the third floor? I can figure that out. And then you had to make the decision. Are you taking the stairs or are you going to wait for that elevator? And I'm proud of you. A lot of you took the stairs. All right, I'm proud of you. But I saw you have the moment where you're like, but it's right there. I love it. This is Grand Rapids, baby. We're in the thick of it tonight. Dr. Grins. We didn't promise laughs. Grinning. That's what we promised. Medically induced. That's what I like, a business that aims for an achievable goal. I like that. They didn't say anyone was going to have a hernia tonight. No one's going to lose a lung laughing. You might go, let's go downstairs. You know? Keep it doable. But it's very nice. It's not my first time in Grand Rapids. I was here like a long time ago. Not at this club. I was at like some small theater, probably on a Thursday. It was like before it was like my friends from San Diego, my comic friends, were like, we should go on tour. And I'm like, no one's asking for it. And they're like, what if we just go anyway? So like 5 of us, just to make sure we'd lose money, we got 5 of us together. I don't know if you know this about comedy. We usually travel by ourselves or with one other, and then we go home with whatever we have left. And we're like, hey, why don't we do 5 to make sure this doesn't work? 5 of us flew out to Michigan, rented a van. One of us was dumb enough to buy a branded car magnet that we had a name for the tour. I forgot what it was, like Bad Business Plan Comedy Tour. I don't remember what it was. And we slapped car magnets on the side of this rental van, and after an hour of driving, we stopped to pee, and one of the magnets had already flown off. And that's all I remember from that tour. All I remember is the magnet went down, and the driver was like, oh, no. He full on did this. I watched a grown adult man put both hands on his head, like, oh my God! Like he just ran over a child or something. I was like, it's a magnet, and we have the other. Like, it's okay. It's just whoever passes us on the right will still have respect for the people in the van. And the people on the other side won't. Like, wouldn't that be nice? I like it. But yeah, we came in today. You got a very nice airport. That looks brand new. That looks like... how new is that airport?
It's new.
Half of it's new? Well, I landed on the new half. And it looked like an iPhone that you just took the peel off of. It is a shiny new airport. They got video screens everywhere. Like, whoever designed it, like, what's our budget for video screens? It's so funny because they're all for advertisements, but you don't have enough to advertise, apparently. It's like the same 3 advertisements, and one of them was for a water heater. I'm not making that up. One of them is for the local water heating company, and I'm just landing, Bob's peeing, I'm waiting by the bathroom, and I look up, and they're like, Walter and Sons, are you in for a water heater? And they're like, who the hell's buying a water heater? Who's at the airport going, you know what? We really got to figure that out. Where'd you hear about us? Gate A. Over by the new airport, man. We had a good time. Got picked up by a very excited Uber driver. Very elderly, but very excited. You ever meet like elderly people with like a lot of energy, and you're like, what is that? That's not okay, right? Like elderly, and hey! Like he yelled, I'm Kenneth! From the car through his open window. His window is open. He's like a Chevy Equinox. I'm Kenneth! And I'm like, well, it's too late. Let's get in. And that's how the conversation went. He just talked the entire way. Made a lot of lane changes without looking. Like, I don't know that he didn't look, but I also didn't see a lot of this action. There was a lot of, Grand Rapids is great! And I'm just like, oh boy. Ever been one of those Uber rides where you're like, well, if we die, we can't be surprised, you know? That's always my biggest fear, is getting into an accident in an Uber, because I'm in the back, I'm probably going to survive, and then that guy's probably going to die, and now I'm back there. How awkward, right? How awkward is, oh my God! Oh, he's dead. Yeah, but he was very excited. He was like so pumped about Grand Rapids. He's like, have you been here before? I'm like, yeah, once for a second. He's like, buddy, this is a great town. And then he went on to say things that by just judging him by the way he looked, you should be angry about. But he was very positive. It was weird. It was off-putting. He's like, oh man, Grand Rapids is growing so much. A bunch of millennials have come in here, and there's like, it's very progressive, and the town's just growing. It's amazing. And I'm looking at like gray hair coming out of his ears. And I'm like, the tone in which you're telling that news isn't like that. It should be like, oh, those damn millennials with their woke ideology. But he's like, isn't it wonderful? I'm like, I don't know. Do you think it's wonderful? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where you stand on all this. But yeah, we made it in. It was good. It was a long travel day, but we made it. We survived. Opening day of baseball. Love it. Any baseball people? Yeah. I love baseball. I love it because that's what America used to be. Just slow. Like, that's the reason that was America's sport, baseball, because it's like, what are there, like 1,000 games in a season? Your team could be like 0-20, and you're like, we got a chance, all right? A lot of season left, let's get it together. That was baseball, just like singing songs and eating snacks. That was America. And now it's just football. Now America feels like football, where it's like, yeah. Fire him. He just got fired. He almost lost the game. Fire him. That quarterback sucks. I want to kill that quarterback. We keep trying to fix it when the problem is the game. That's like baseball. There's no problems with baseball. The only problem with baseball, they kind of fix it. Like, it kind of takes them a long time to throw the pitch. Then we can put in a clock so they don't take so long to throw the ball, And they're like, okay. And then so the game started going faster. Football, they keep trying to fix it. Like, man, these guys keep dying. How do we fix it? What if? And then we just we just don't understand that it's the game. That's the game. The game is murder ball, and we're like, man, there's a lot of murder happening in murder ball. How do we fix the game? How do we fix it? I don't think you can. I think that's the game. I think that's, what if like they're closer together during kickoffs? What if they have less distance to run at each other before spearing them with their head into the other guy's head? Yeah, we can try that. Let's try that. They're still dying. It makes no sense. It's like if the American pastime was dueling, Like, how do we do it without people getting shot? And we keep trying. We're like, all right, only shots to the head. All right? Oh, wait, most of that will miss. And like, people keep dying. I know it's a dumb joke, but I already said it. That's what I thought about. Thinking about that. In group text, we accidentally group texted military plans to like the wrong guy. That's crazy to think that's even in a group text, man. Because politicians are like you and me. Like, they probably hate group text too. Like, I'm in like 4 group texts. I hate every time I get an alert. I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, I wonder if that's how they react. It's like, I guess we're bombing the Houthis on Saturday. That's how I react to every group text I've ever got. Do they use GIFs? Thinks he's hilarious. In the group text, he's funny, but in person, I'll tell you what, dry as dry can be. God, I hate group text, man. I can't imagine if it was an important one, Because like you have one of those, and it's like, oh, the Houthis, that's important, and then you get your other group text. Are we still meeting at 5? Isn't that crazy? Like, because I get so much information on this phone. Some of it's important, but most of it isn't, because I do this. Most of my texts are just like, hey, did you pay the rent? And I'm like, no. And I go over to the Bank of America app, and I pay my rent. But they're doing important stuff. So, like, I just picture being a politician and getting a text group chat about a war that might be happening, and then just getting an ad from Uber Eats, like, right on top of it. Do you ever get a text and then you want to hit the text, but then the Uber Eats, like, you look hungry, and then you accidentally, your fat thumb hits that, and then you forget about the text, now you're at Chick-fil-A, you're like, yeah, let me get a Chick-fil-A, that'll get delivered, and they're like, Zoltan, what's your thoughts on the Houthi war? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I got distracted. I was ordering some feed. That's what I was doing. Because we're all just people, you know? Even the politicians we love, even the ones we don't like, we're all just people. Like us. You ever do something so dumb and then look around and you're so happy that no one saw it? You ever do something so stupid, you do one of these and thank God, that's between me and the Lord right there. They don't have that option. Someone started that group text about the Houthis. They accidentally added like a reporter, and then afterwards their way of denying it was, no! I'm like, you can't use my defense from when I was 8. That's how I defended myself when I was 8 years old. My mom's like, did you? No! It says here you did. Well, that's a lie, is what that is. I felt bad for him. I honestly did, because then they had to go to Congress and all of them just sat at the table. They're like, this is disrespectful, I can't believe it. And they're just like, well, we didn't, I don't know. Group texts are okay. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. And I don't know what the politics are in this town, and that's why it's very vague and open. According to the Uber driver, it's very progressive. And he's cool with it. And, just so you know. But yeah, even the way he said things, like, yeah, we got a bunch of children's hospitals here. We got one of the best children. People fly in with their sick kids, and I get to take them. Isn't that great? I'm like, yes and no. Like, great that it exists, and it's such a good children's hospital. You have the wrong demeanor for the information you give. You ever meet people like that? I got a buddy like that. My manager, he's like an extreme sports guy. He broke his back snowboarding, and he told me on the phone, he's like, I'm in the hospital, I can't move my neck. But he was telling me with the energy that I would tell you what I had for dinner last night. Like, let's say I went to a nice restaurant that was a good steak, and I was like, man, that steak was amazing. He said my back's broken with vertebrae 4 and 5, just gone, man. Wow, And I'm like, why is your delivery wrong for this thing you're saying? These are the things I think about. I'm sorry. I ate a chicken sandwich before I came up here. I was very hungry. I don't know if you got the chicken sandwich. It's a fried chicken sandwich, and it's fried. It's some places are like, we fried it, and these people are like, we did it twice just to make sure. And I ate it all because I made it better for me. I love it. Are you from here? Local?
Yeah.
Grew up here? No? Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. And then you came out here to buy a house? Oh, you came for school and stayed. Love that. What did you do for school?
I went to automotive school and then coached volleyball.
That's a good mix right there. I don't know if you guys heard that. He went to automotive school, coached volleyball, and I got to tell you, you look like both of those things. I've never seen that before. You totally nailed both looks. I can see you with spark plugs just going, yeah, you gotta put it on the back of your head a little, get some head grease in there. That might be light bulbs that I just did. Remember when I said you ever say something dumb and then you look around and hear, there's a lot of people in this attic that heard, yeah, you look like you do both of those things. That's so cool. Came from Chicago. That's one of my favorite cities. I like it. I like Michigan too. I've been out to Michigan. You guys are very white. Because there's a pigment level of white that I feel like Michigan hits, where it's like I used to wear cruise ships and I would see this level of white on the cruise ship, and it almost felt like it was ordered by a doctor. It was like, listen, we got to get some vitamin D, and we're sending you to the Bahamas. All right, just get down there and soak it up, and that's good. I like it. I also like how the laughter dies down. Like when it's over, it's really over. I like that. I also like this room. It is jam-packed. That can't be the capacity. Like, just come in here. I don't know. What did this building used to be? The Bob. Did it used to be something?
It was always the Bob.
It was always the Bob? This wasn't like a mill or something? Back in the day, they're always just like... Big old building. No, I got the acronym. I got that. That was the first. That's on the website. Welcome to the B.O.B. Big old building. It's like a joke written by the town dad. And it's like, And people get it, but they still feel the need to be like, big old building, by the way. Which, by the way, I love dad jokes, all right? Quit picking on dads for underlining the punchline. Let them underline a punchline every now and then. I love dad jokes. Like every time I'm boarding a flight and I'm on the jetway, one time I was with my wife and the dude with the earmuffs comes from downstairs and he came up and I was like, he just came up from checking the oil. You know, just a fun little, she didn't laugh either. But those are fun little dad jokes that I enjoy. I like the laughs in this room because they are there and then there's just a little top layer of judgment. And I like it. It is. Do you feel it? You know, it's like someone just lacquered their deck, and they're like, "Is it nice?" I'm a little slippery, but it's here. What did you say?
No GR.
No GR?
No. GR all the way.
I like how you're using code like I live here. No GR. What? Grand Rapids?
Yes.
No GR.
Go.
Cole? Go GR. Oh, I see. All right, now I get it. All right. Go Grand Rapids, which means you guys have a little judgment. I like it. I feel like that's all of this part of the country, like Wisconsin, Minneapolis, like all these states up here. You guys are like, welcome. There's a little, you know what I mean? Oh, no. The more the merrier. It's a little, I'm like, what's that? It is a Midwest, but to be honest with you, guys are nicer about it. I think every place has that. It's just some people are more open about it. Like you go to some parts of the country, they're like, get the hell out of here! And here your way is going, the meaning's the same. We're all that way. I don't like it. Like I live in Southern California. You know who we don't like? People from Arizona. That's what we don't like. And you know why? It's because they come to San Diego in the summertime because it's too hot over there. In Arizona, it's too hot, and so they come to use our beach. And you just see a bunch of Arizona license plates just clogging up the road. Bunch of zoning. Go back to your hellscape. You know, that's what we yell at them. And they are who we are. A lot of them are San Diegans that moved out there so they could buy a house. But once they got their, Arizona tags, we're like, get out of here.
Hello, this is Zoltan Kaszas, and the year is 2025. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that mind-blowing? If you were just sent in from the past to the future, and this is how you're finding out the year, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. What the hell am I talking about? The point of this is I am on tour all year. It's what I do. A bunch of cities. I'm very excited to hit them all. If you'd like to see if I'm coming to a town near you, go to my website, zoltancomedy.com. There also might be a link in this video, maybe right over my eyes. I don't know what the editor is going to do with this. It could be in the description, what have you. But if it's not, zoltancomedy.com. Hit the shows tab. Go down the list of shows, see if I'm coming to a town near you, and come see me so I can continue being a comedian and I don't have to go get a job where I'm a horrible employee. I've been told many times by numerous bosses. So please come out and see me and keep the dream alive.